our guests from far and
It's a
wide.
YouTube video.
Isn't this amazing? So magical. We are gathered here today to rejoice in the union of Courtney Cubberly and Bailey Barnard, otherwise known as Barnuberly. I am their stone wizard, and they have asked me to orchestrate this marriage celebration. Courtney and Bailey are in love and want to spend the rest of their lives together. You may know that they have already pledged their lives to each other before the state of California for insurance. Today, they choose to honor their marriage with you, their dearest friends and family. By witnessing their vows, you, in turn, will be asked to promise your support to their relationship. Courtney and Bailey's connection began long before they ever actually met. They asked me to officiate at this commemoration because I am the magical connection between their two lives. This is magic. The first letter of this magic is M for their meeting. Bailey came up to help at a T. Barney event, and Jim and Kathleen were there. Hanging out after the event, we were talking about the terrible LA dating scene over glasses of Nuit de Young. I suggested to Bailey that he should hook up with Courtney, who is also working in LA. I was surprised that their paths had not crossed already. When they did meet, it was kismet, a magical predestination. The A in magic is for attraction. From their first date, they seemed to follow the madness of Melinda's and my enchantment, an immediate spellbinding enthrallment to one another, and their story began. The G in magic stands for growth of their relationship. Over the past 6 years, 8 months, and 25 days, they dated. They moved in together. They bought a home. They raised 2 dogs. They witnessed each other's careers change and encouraged each other to flourish. The I in magic stands for intimacy. A lasting relationship requires opening your soul to one another and sharing. I know their affinity by the way they hold hands and whisper to each other with some ear nibbling. They are true friends and lovers. And finally, the C in magic stands for 4 elements: compassion, commitment, compromise, and community. Compassion. We know they hold tender feelings for each other. Commitment. This occasion today is a promise of their bond. Compromise. The give and take of a relationship is paramount, and to that end, our community, us, we all here, pledge our support. Let us all close our eyes for a moment and make a wish, a prayer, an affirmation to be Bailey and Courtney's community of magic. While the bewitchment of their love and the alchemy of their bond is represented through me as their stone wizard, it is time to leave the magic and return back to the real world, to the serious reality of the relationship and the responsibility we all take on today.
Stop there.
You want to come up here? Hello, I'm their favorite uncle, Timothy Henry Barnard, aka T. Barney. Before they recite their vows to each other, my favorite oldest niece, Maggie Barnard Renault, the sister of the groom, will read a poem written by Bailey, who recited it from memory at her wedding 9 years and 3 days ago, and 3 daughters ago.
Love is fastened to no boundaries. It can't be bought or sold. Though love, like life, it will grow old, never will it tire, for love is the light that life foretold, when eternity inspired the cosmos to create mankind of body, soul, and mind. The body is a vessel within which love's contained, though love is far too much water to within one jar remain. So love it does require, if ever it should spill, the assurance of another jar to catch the overflow, ensuring that each other stay forever filled. And the music that this transferring of love and water makes will resonate beyond the glass, just as it had when the first song of earth was sung. It is the sound that love creates when two hearts, forged together, begin to beat as one. And the soul will listen blindlessly to every nuance of the song, for the music never could exist without forever open ears, with which each breath may fall upon. You see, the sharing of each other's sound, every single hope and fear, silences the noise that the soul did long accumulate. And now that love has filled the void, the static disappears. So just as with the knots eternity has learned to tie, so too may love forever bind these souls, and through understanding, gratitude, and compromise, the longer it will last, and the stronger they will hold. But still the mind it wavers, constantly eluding the body and the soul. That is why true love imbues the patience of still water and the temperance of a good, slow song. So when life's inessentials seem to be too much to bear, sing again each other's song, for there is no life that one lived with love compares, knowing there is another to which they always will belong. And when the body, mind, and soul are by the universe forgotten, this love will tarry endlessly about ethereal skies and linger in such heights eternally until mountains turn to dust, the sea to deepest dry, until the earth beyond a memory, and until all things return to that from which they all derive.
You can clap. Thank you, Maggie. Planted nearly a century ago, these grapevines let me start over, wrong page. Planted nearly a century ago by the family of one of Courtney's stepfathers, Jim Bob. These beautiful grapevines here in Alexander Valley symbolize the commitment Bailey and Courtney are planting today. It is my privilege to present them to you so that they may make their vows before you. Courtney, I remember when you were a little girl. You would roll your little red wagon down Pine Flat Road to wander into my sculpture garden, play in our creek, and collect rocks. In high school, you raised sheep for the money. It gives me great pleasure to see your maturity and your focus now. You have become a creative designer of fashion and brands. I still really like your shoe designs best. Will you now share your vows with Bailey?
I can do it. Bailey, I am completely consumed by you. You are my sun and my moon. You are my dream and my reality, my future and my present, my whole heart and my best friend. I know that in the future, happy occasions will come as surely as the morning, and difficult times will come as surely as the night. But I know with you by my side, we will experience both and live happily.
Bailey, Bailey, away from you, there is no music. There is no sunlight. The world is a much grayer place. I am only half awake until the moment you are with me. Now with you, my soul is afloat, that I could feel such joy I never truly knew. I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. Not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the parts of me that you bring out. I love you for constantly forgetting my shortcomings and passing over all the foolish, weak things that I can't help, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful characters that no one else had quite looked far enough to find. I love you because you know me better than anyone else in this world, and somehow you still manage to love me in return. I love you because you are my best friend. I love you because you help to make the dreams of my life not a thought but a reality. And I love you for keeping composed in times of chaos and turbulence. For that time you calmly bought a plane ticket, left work, helped me pack my bag, and drove me to the airport so that I could see and speak to my grandmother for the last time. Without your support, that moment could never have happened. And I am forever indebted to you for that, and for so many other life-transforming moments we have had together. I want to thank you for making me feel safe when I am scared, and making me smile when I am sad. There has yet to be a day where we haven't laughed together, and I'm planning on there never being one. Bailey, I cannot promise you a life of sunshine. I cannot promise riches, wealth, or gold. I cannot promise you an easy pathway that leads away from change or growing old. But I can promise all my heart's devotion, a smile to chase away your sorrow, a love that's ever true and ever growing, a hand to hold in yours through each tomorrow. I promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you and to comfort you in times of sorrow and in times of struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems easy and when it seems rough. I promise to help you love life. I promise to have the patience that love demands, to speak when words are needed, and to share the silence when they are not. And I promise that this day forward, you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home.
Again, you can clap. Thank you, Court. Bailey, I remember when you were little Barney, staying with us a lot, playing with our dogs, digging toys out of my chest of curiosities, and playing in that same creek. How did you guys not meet? I saw in you an artistic sense of wonder, similar to my own. And now, with your red beard and growing forehead like mine, I see you, Bailey. I see you, Bailey, discovering the courage to follow your bliss. I am very proud of the man and writing talent you have become. Will you now share your vows with Courtney?
I was a child when I met you, and my ideas of love were immature. Though that was only 6 years, 8 months, and 25 days ago, it feels like I have grown a lifetime since then. I was scatterbrained and lonely and buried in credit card debt, and most of my ideas about love came from romantic comedies and shitty emo songs. I wrote poetry about ideas I could only grasp at. I wrote songs about girls who didn't exist. Love was a fairy tale that movies, music, and literature led the illogical to put their heart on a table and smash it with a hammer, and yet, such was the sacrifice I was so eager to make. So little of what I once thought about love has proved accurate since I fell in love with you. Love does not suddenly leave you gasping for breath. It does not kiss you on the sand between rolling waves or amidst dramatic musical scores. Love does not shine like a star or strike you in awe upon first glance. Love is much simpler and still so much bigger than that. It circulates through your lungs like air, and you never consider a single breath. It rolls on the shore, whether or not you walk in the sand. It is the sun, the moon, and all the stars. And even after a lifetime living beneath that beautiful expanse of sky, you still cannot fathom the sheer scope of it all. Love is finding out who you've always been and comes with a thoughtless, unexpected grace when you stop trying so hard to find it. Love understands you even when you're not making sense. Love is as much a part of you as looking in the mirror. Love is your skin, which is why I kiss your elbow every night when you're sleeping, or slide my toe across the sheet to touch a toe softly to your leg. Love is the reassurance that you exist, your skin my everyday reminder that you do. I can scarcely express what prosperity of life and spirit you have given me. You don't put up with my bullshit, which has helped me carry less of it, and I have learned so much wading through yours, which has helped me understand and love even more deeply the person only I get to see. I will forever be the soundboard for every emotional breakdown, great or small, even when I'm the subject or the cause. I will forever be your addiction, so you don't want another vessel in which to store your rage or sadness. I will forever smack my lips when I eat, because it gives you one more thing to help me not to do. I will sing you songs sober, or when you've given me too much to drink and kicked my ass at gin rummy again. I will write you short love letters whenever I have to leave you, so that when inevitably I forget, I can just write you a really good one the next time. My feet will always smell, and so will my breath, every morning. My skinny bird legs will always run to you, and when I'm too old or fat, I will find some way to roll myself and reach in your direction. I will be with you forever, because I will be myself forever. And even when we're apart, we'll still be together then, for my skin is your skin, your eyes the light by which I navigate the universe. We have always been a part of each other's lives. We just didn't know it until we met and fell in love. And now that we have, I am honored to make forever official. I could not invent any better suited person with which to, for the rest of my life, watch bad romantic comedies and listen to shitty emo songs. Loving you is how I now finally understand to find joy in them all. For your love is what has finally given me a much needed perspective to the stars. I am grateful to know you and to love you. A lifetime with you is the only existence I can fathom. Such is the greatest assurance I could ever possibly imagine. Yes, you can clap.
Good job, Bales. And now, in the powers vested in me by Peg Barnard and Donna Campbell and Courtney Bailey, it is my honor to present to you, our community, the Barnurbleys, husband and wife, friends and lovers. You may now kiss each other and seal the deal. If you could all stand as they walk out, thank you.
Ha ha ha.